as in the previous months, September has also been a very, very good month, both in the league and in the cup competitions. We are doing very, very well, and I'm pretty convinced that there are two things that you need to consider when playing the game this year, when you are setting up against an opposition. Let's go and find out what's happened in September. Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to Elgin City, and if you are a first-time visitor, then why not subscribe, like, watch and comment, help the channel to grow and help us to support all that good stuff that you can see scrolling above. And it has been a remarkable start to the season, and we are currently top of the league with 20 points from 8 games. We are 5 points clear of Stirling Albion in second and 6 points clear of Stranraer in third. We are also doing very, very well in the Scottish Cup, and I think to begin, let's go and have a look at the match of the month for September. And so, let's have a look at what has happened on the pitch since you were last here. And when you were last here, you saw us have that 1-1 draw against Bonnyrigg Rose, and then we followed that with a very comfortable 3-0 victory against Albion Rovers, and then the match of the month that you saw, a very nice victory against Stenhousemuir by 3-2 away. That was a really good win and set us up very nicely for the coming month. We then went into the Challenge Cup third round with quite a difficult game against FC Edinburgh, and we came through that. Having drawn 2-2, we won it on penalties. I was a bit annoyed because it's the second time this season that we've given away 2 late goals in the last 15 minutes, but however, we redeemed ourselves and managed to win it on the penalty shootout, and that has set us up with a game against Formantine of the Highland League, which we should win in the Scottish Cup second round next month. And so we're all looking forward to that. But today we will be playing against Annan Athletic. And it does look like to me there are some things that are very, very important that you have to consider when you are playing against the opposition this year, because I do believe the AI managers are a lot smarter. But before we look at that, let's just go and have a look at how the players are performing on the pitch. And we do have a number of players, 12 players, who are performing way above 7 average, and that means that we are doing very, very well on the pitch. And we have one standout performer in Kane Hester, who is playing as a pressing forward in the front two, and he has 15 appearances, 14 goals and 1 assist, and he's playing out of his skin. He is absolutely outstanding at the moment. And so let's have a look at how we are going to set up against Annan Athletic. And there are 1 or 2 things that you need to consider. And using this skin is a very, very nice skin, the Zealand skin, and I'm a big fan of it. And it does tell you on the homepage how you can expect the opposition to play. And they are going to play very cautious mentality. They're going to play wing play. And so that means they're going to look to get the ball out wide as soon as possible and then focus on getting crosses into the box. So we know how they're going to play. They are going to play a very direct, fast style and try to catch us on the break. They're going to sit back and try to catch us on the counter-attack. And so we have to be aware of how they're going to play, and we want to stop them playing in the way that they want to play. So with that in mind, when we look at the tactics, there are a number of things that are really important. And the first thing that we have to look at is all our strength is in the middle of the pitch. And so quite naturally, we want to bring their players into the center of the pitch, and particularly into this central midfield area where we are asking our players to tackle harder, and we're going to try and win the ball back there and launch quick counter-attacks. We are going to try to stop them crossing because that's what they want to do. We're going to try to stop them doing that. We're going to start with a higher defensive line, but we are going to drop off more. Now it may be if they are looking very, very dangerous with long balls over the top, we might have to drop that down and counter the threat from the very long balls if that's the way that they're going to play. However, in key highlights, you don't really have a lot of time to assess that. In transition, we're still going to counter-press and we are going to counter-attack. Because we are home, we are going to play in a very positive way. Now, the mentalities this year, you have to think very carefully about, and they will work. Very defensive will work, and you don't have to change your player roles, but if you just go maybe to defensive, then you will actually then take fewer risks, and so you will be less vulnerable against teams who are better than you. And it does seem to work this year. Mentality does seem to work, and it's really good for the game. So you can actually play very defensively and still create chances, but you are just going to take more time. Make sure you are safe at the back before launching attacks. It seems to work very, very nicely. And so if we are going to force them inside, we need to use opposition instructions in order to do that. And this is the way we will set up against them. We're going to force their fullbacks, both of them, inside. We're going to press them, hard tackle them. We don't want them bombing up the wings, getting crosses in. We're going to force them inside and try to get the ball off them around about here. And then we are going to tight mark the defensive midfield and close down their midfield. Hard tackling. We want to win the ball back here. We don't want this midfield trio having any space whatsoever. And then the 2 wingers, we're going to force them inside as well, showing them onto the foot that brings them inside. As for the main striker, well, we'll take a look at his attributes and then we will decide what we're going to do with him. And in this instance, we've decided that we will tight mark him. He's lacking in pace and composure, so we're going to tight mark him, and then we will force him onto his weaker left foot. So using the opposition instructions to accompany how you want them to play is very, very important this year. And so we do have to now go and play against Annan Athletic. They're not a very good side. It is a potential banana skin, and we can extend our lead if we have a good result here today. But we need to focus on our own game and just maintaining the gap that we have at the top of the league. So now is a good time to see if this setup will actually work against Annan Athletic. Let's go and kick some balls. And so the team for today is Hoban in goal with Gilhooly, McCarty, Anderson, who's been a little bit out of form, and Young at the back, with Draper, Thomas, Critchley, who's had a good start to his Elgin career, and Notley in midfield, with Hester and Dingwell, the men in form, up front. And this is a game that, if we have planned this right, we can win this quite comfortably. If we've got it wrong, then we will be in all sorts of trouble. But no matter what happens, we will still remain top of the league. So we're on a good run. Let's go and keep this up. I've got faith in you. Go out and make a difference. And they all seem to respond to the team talk. And this is a very, very big game. And it's a game I would like to win, just to prove that this opposition instructions and how you set up against the opposition and getting them to do things in a way they don't want to do actually does work in FM23. So I'm very hopeful that this will work. If it doesn't, we may need to drop the lines back a little bit, and hopefully then that will solve the problem. It just depends on how they are going to attack against us, and the game has begun. And it's been a fairly quiet start. There hasn't been a lot happening. We have had possibly the better of the game. We are dominating possession. We're creating all the chances, but nothing really has happened in the first few minutes. But we do have a free kick, and Anderson looks to pry the free kick into the top corner, and it just flies over the bar. It's still 0-0, and we are totally dominating the game. But once again, we are struggling to score. And if you don't take your chances, you don't win games. They haven't even had a single opportunity yet. They have had one now. And it's always a worry that something like that is going to happen. And something has happened, and we've given away a penalty. This is just absolutely bizarre. Another game, we're totally dominating. I don't know what happened there, but we've given away a penalty somehow, and we've gone a goal behind. And I am not very, very impressed. I'm going to go to a positive mentality and try and get something out of this game. This is absolutely bizarre. I cannot believe that we're absolutely dominating this game, and yet we are behind, and our assistant manager wants me to remove stay on feet, which I'm not going to do. We've already given away a penalty. We're looking to get it into the box, but we can't. It's well defended. We do need to be a little bit more, I think, expressive. And I think maybe at halftime we will do that. There is a chance, and there is a goal, and it is Hester who has scored again, and it is now 1-1. We are back in the game, and justice has been done. We're totally dominating this game. I think we possibly could do with being a little bit more expressive, and it was a header across the box. Hester lost his marker and put it into the corner. A simple little goal. It is now 1-1. We're back in the game where we deserve to be, and we are back on the attack, and that looks like a foul, and they could be in trouble here, and it is just a yellow card. And so we have a free kick on the edge of the box. Can we make the most of this free kick? And it's lobbed in towards the back post, and it's hit the bar. And here is Dingwell. Dingwell, can he get it back into the 6-yard area? He's been robbed, and Annan clear the ball. But we've got that covered. And here is Draper covering and tidying up at the back. We are totally dominating this game. I am not happy, though, because they do worry me every time they come forward. We're not the greatest defensive team in the world. It's something we do need to look at, do need to strengthen. And there's a long shot which just goes wide of the post. And again, we do need to be a little bit better in defence. I will be looking in time to strengthen the defence in the transfer windows, because we're not looking exceptionally good. We look very good in attack, but not in defence. Here is Young at fullback. He finds McCarty. McCarty's looking long, and here's a chance, and that is a great tackle in the box. It comes out to Thomas. Thomas, can he get it into the box? It ricochets up and is caught by the goalkeeper. It remains 1-1. I'm going to give them a real rollicking at halftime. This is not very good. I'm not too happy, and we need to do a lot better than this in the second half. They're going to have a bit of a rocket here. We're in the position we deserve to be. Now get out and sort it out, because this is not good enough. And we have several players again who are not playing well enough. We have Anderson, who's been out of form. He's been very poor, Anderson, for such a good player. And he's out of form. and we need to do better than what we're doing. And here is Young. Young is looking to get the ball up the pitch. It's a long ball. Here's Notley. Notley finds Thomas. Thomas over the top, and it's gone straight through to the goalkeeper. Our passing has been poor again today. We're playing it too long, and there's a ball over the top. We're worried about this, and that was a chance, and flies over the crossbar. And it's a very, very nervy time. And we are dominating the game, though, and we should be in front. There's no reason why we should be 1-1 at this point. And there's a cross into the box again. It's cleared. It comes out to Hester. Hester finds Critchley. Critchley with a drive which goes over the bar. I am going to tell them to be a bit more expressive now, to try and get that goal that we need. It is still 1-1, and we are deep into the second half. And here is Dingwell, and there's a cross into the box, but there's nobody there to get on the end of it. Young is looking to get it back into the box. He finds Thomas from the edge of the area. It ricochets and it hits the post, and it remains 1-1. This is so unlucky, and every time I do a live game, it seems to finish as a draw in a game that we've absolutely dominated. And I think it possibly is now time to make some changes. And as Annan looked to bring the ball forward again, here is Anderson. Anderson looks inside, and we are going to make some changes, I think, after this highlight. Draper to McCarty. And McCarty fires a long ball upfield. It's picked up by Draper. And here is a chance, and Dingwell is in. Can he put it away? Dingwell to make it 2-1. He hits the post. It is not going to be our day again. And Dingwell should have buried that. We're going to make some changes now, I think. And just for now, we've just made a couple of changes. They're not playing too badly. We're just not scoring. I don't think we are being expressive enough. We're not creating the chances, the really good chances. But it might be bad luck. Because it's a game we're dominating. It's a game we could even lose unless we're very careful. And here come Annan again. They're looking to counter-attack, but we've got them blocked off. And there's a long ball out wide. They do like to do this. They're looking for their fullbacks. We need to be smarter on the fullbacks. We're not closing them down enough. And I think maybe that's another idea, that what we'll do is ask the players to trigger press more often now, to try and close them down a little bit more, because they are finding lots of space, the fullbacks. And there's a shot which is beautifully saved by the goalkeeper, and it remains 1-1. I can't understand why every time I do a live game, it finishes 1-1. And I've got a funny feeling this game is going to go the same way. And we're going to put Cairns on an attack role now, and hopefully try to get something out of this game. We're going to go attacking. We've got nothing to lose, and for the last 10 minutes we're going to attack them and try to get that winning goal. It's not been a very, very good performance again against a team who are very, very low in the league, and I'm not too happy with this team again, and I think we do need to make some more changes. And we'll wait until the end of this highlight. As Critchley brings it forward. He finds Peterson. Peterson over the top has got Dingwell in, and Dingwell has scored. And Dingwell has been given offside, unfortunately. It is going to be one of those days. It is not our day. And I don't believe he was slightly offside. FM is just toying with me. It's going to be one of those days. And we're going to make some more changes now. See if we can't win this game, because I'm so disappointed. It's just like, why every time I go live does it end up in a 1-1 draw? This is a team we are infinitely superior to. We do have two men in a lot of space at the far post. Anderson, can you just think carefully here? And can he just drift it over to the far post? We do have a free kick. Time is running out. We have dominated this match. It's a poor free kick, and Young will pick it up. Can he get it back into space? He finds Soppel. Soppel looks for a long ball over the top, but that is another poor ball, and it's cleared easily by Annan, but it's going to come back. We are dominating the game. This is so unfortunate, and I guess you do need a piece of luck. And there's a chance, and is it Hester this time, or has he been given offside again? I think he is offside as well. This is just not our day. And that, although, wait a minute, has the goal been given? Has the goal been given? I think it might have been given. No, it's been given as offside. I'm really disappointed that we haven't won this game. Absolutely dreadfully disappointed. Look at the stats. We have had so much of the possession. We have absolutely dominated them, although the XG has been pretty poor. Annan's XG is better than ours. You have to blame the forwards, and I'm going to say I'm embarrassed by that performance. It was dreadful. We should have won it by a country mile, but we didn't. And our lead has been cut again, because Stirling Albion have won, and this was not what I was hoping for today. This has been a dreadful, dreadful result, and I don't really know what to say. The way we set up worked perfectly. We dominated the game. We stopped them from creating too many golden chances. We created so much and just couldn't score again, and that's FM for you. And so that's it for this video. And if you are new to the channel, then why not subscribe, like, watch, comment, help us to support the very worthwhile cause that you can see scrolling above. And we've got a very busy month of October coming up, and some very tough games, including Stranraer, Forfar, East Fife. They're all very, very tough games coming up. And we'll be back for the Bonnie Rig Rose game again in November. And we will see where we are at that particular time. And I'll go and play these games offline now, and we'll see you all tomorrow when we will have another video. All that remains to be said now is stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one.